Okay, welcome to the Tuesday, October 11th, 2022 Board of Selectmen meeting. We're going to open the public meeting at
6:30.
6:36. I'll call this meeting to order, and first of all, we always do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll start with public comments. Dudley's Women's Club update on fundraising activity.
Good evening, everyone.
Please tell us who you are and
Sure. I'm Debbie LaPlata. I'm here representing the Dudley Women's Club tonight. And after I heard the chatter at your last meeting about the playground fundraiser and trying to bring down that $380,000, I thought I might stop by and give you a little update of what we're doing. So this is the Women's Club flyer for our playground fundraiser, which kicked off this summer. And we have done press releases, we have a website page dedicated to it, we have postings on our Facebook pages, and we mailed, maybe 2 months ago, 231 letters to Dudley businesses asking for their help and their support with this fundraiser. So the Dudley Women's Club is committed to fundraising through June 30th, 23, which is the end of our fiscal year. And it's our intention that whatever we have raised by June 30th, we will turn over to the town for sole use for the playground, restricted. So I'm here to let you know that so far, we have raised about $1,500 in small donations up to $500, which was from McGee Toyota. We received a donation today from Park and Shop for $200. And we received a number of smaller donations from moms who want to see the playground reopen. So there's a number of ways they can donate. They can send it to our P.O. Box, Dudley Women's Club, P.O. Box 294 in Dudley. And they can go on our website where they can donate via PayPal. Any method is good, but we simply ask that if someone is going to donate more than $100, that they do so by check, so that we don't have to pay the PayPal fees. So the great news tonight, that I'm here tonight, is if you'll see in your papers that I left for you, we have a pledge letter from DMA Holdings. DMA Holdings, doing business as Greatest Hits Cannabis Company, has pledged $10,000 toward the playground. So my message tonight is, we're working hard at this. We will continue to work hard at this. The last sheet in the papers that I gave you is pink copy. Tells you what the Dudley Women's Club donated to local charities and local efforts in our last fiscal year, which totaled $36,000. And as you can see by reading it, the so many entities that we help support. So the playground fundraiser we're taking on over and above our normal activities. We have no plans to diminish any of our typical work, but we are working hard to raise money for the playground. So that's everything.
thank you. Any questions? Mr. Marston?
Debbie, thank you for coming and giving us that update. I mean, this is, something we hear about an awful lot. It's been, an eyesore. Everybody's putting their heads together to try to find a, way to make this happen. And Dudley Women's Club has always been, locally focused on doing stuff like this. So I'm super excited to hear this. I'll be using the little QR code myself a little later, and I just can't wait to see what kind of progress we make.
A little prediction for the future. I'm told that we will soon be receiving a pledge letter for another $10,000 to $15,000 from another Dudley business. So it's not in my hands yet, but, we're pretty confident that we will be receiving it soon. And when we do, I'll be happy to send out a message to let you all know that it's received.
Mr. Chairman, yeah, I was gonna say, maybe we make this a recurring theme, until if we have something to share, like every meeting.
Always happy to come in and talk to you folks. So thank you very much, and please spread the word. There'll be a sign on the playground soon with the QR code. So anyone who wishes to donate, the QR code is on our flyer. It's everywhere around town. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Debbie.
Thanks, Deb.
Mr. Chairman, just to follow up on that, I think we need to have a little bit more of a conversation. Maybe the Recreation Committee has to have a little conversation with you and maybe the chairman of the FAA and kind of take us another strategic look as to what the recommendation at town meeting is gonna be for the $380,000 article. We have to be very careful how we dispose of that article. If it's passed over, that's fine, but if it's defeated, then we have a certain amount of time that we have to wait before it can come back up again, and that would certainly, put a damper on any fundraising efforts, or could possibly put a damper on a fundraising effort going forward. So I think a larger conversation has to be had. I think we should really take a hard look at strategically how we want this to play out. If it makes sense to pass it over at this town meeting, in light of new fundraising efforts, and give that a chance to take root, maybe that's the best way to go, but generally, the warrant is posted, the FAA has already decided and voted, the Board of Selectmen has decided and voted, but it may be worth a conversation even the night of the town meeting to make sure that this goes the way it should, and we give it its fair due. People putting forth so much effort to help us raise money to reopen it. Speaking of putting forth effort, the Women's Club has worked with Michelle to use our sign company to also get the QR codes posted right there at the lock gate of the playground, so that when somebody shows up and wonders why it's closed, they'll have the opportunity to make a donation. We have flyers that Mrs. LaPlaca brought in. We're gonna post those on behalf of the Women's Club. We'll post them around the building, and it's also appears on our internal sign. So there's plenty of opportunities to conveniently and quickly donate to the cause.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Can we leverage social media more?
It's been on our Facebook for a few months now.
I know, but like with the QR code, is it out there?
Yep, it's
It is?
been on
Okay.
there, yep.
All right, I must have missed that. Thanks.
Yep. Again, this is, the Dudley Women's Club is doing this fundraising effort. We're just helping to promote it.
Yeah, to your point, Jonathan, I think it is important we take a hard look. We always talk about, letting people decide things, and which is, I still believe that's the case, but, maybe we do need to take a hard look at this to make sure that, fundraising is far enough along before so we don't risk, the total failure of this project. I think thanks for bringing that up.
Right, we just wanna make sure that the message is sent. If their decision is to pass it over and let the fundraiser take root, it needs to be passed over versus defeated, because defeated is a completely different thing than passing an article over.
Right. I thought we asked that at the last meeting, but I think, must have misunderstood how that would have worked. All right. Thanks.
Well, when you're throwing around hundreds of thousands of dollars of public safety purchases, at some point, this is a public interest, public service, and it's now a safety hazard.
Right.
Okay.
All right, next on the agenda, Board of Selectmen Betterment Order, Partridge Hill Road.
Mr. Chairman, this is part of the betterment process where the Board of Selectmen have to actually motion this order and approve this order in order for us to move forward with sending it to the assessor and assessing the betterments for this work that was done on Partridge Hill. So in everyone's agenda, there is the motion, the language that we'd ask that somebody would move in motion, and that will get this order, and then we'll have this order passed around to be signed, and we'll move forward with that.
Since the clerk's gonna be reading this, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, I can feel the stares.
Are you in agreement with the proposed motion?
Yes, would you like me to read it?
Yes, please, thank you. Thank you for volunteering.
I motion that whereas the town of Dudley, acting by and through its Board of Selectmen on this 11th day of October 2022, hereby adopts the following order. In accordance with General Law, Chapter 80, Section 1, the Road Betterment Bylaw, Chapter 257, Article 5 of the Town Code, and any and all other authority appertaining, that the properties benefiting from the roadway improvements, the properties, to be made to the unaccepted portion of Partridge Hill Road as shown on a plan entitled Partridge Hill Betterment Program and attached hereto as Appendix B, shall be assessed the cost of said improvement, and then a statement of this order be recorded with the Worcester South District Registry of Deeds. The properties that will receive from this improvement a benefit or advantage beyond the general advantage to the community and betterments are to be assessed therefore in the amount set forth in Appendix C, attached hereto and incorporated herein. The total cost of said improvement project, including construction, engineering, and preparation of as-built and street layout plans and documents, is estimated to cost no more than $105,000 or $10,500 per property, as authorized by town meeting in its approval of Article 17 on the annual town meeting warrant of May 24th, 2022. Work shall take place in accordance with the scope of work prepared by the Dudley Highway Superintendent, attached as part of the written and signed order as Appendix A. The extent of this work is from Station 10 plus 30 to Station 19 plus 80 of the approved subdivision plan, and as depicted on the plan attached to the written and signed order as Appendix B, and I so move.
Second.
Discussion?
Does it matter that the document says $10,005, but in parentheses it says $10,500? I said $10,500. Is that correct, or is it $10,005?
It's $10,500.
Okay.
Do we need to correct that, or is it?
I don't know. That's why I brought it up, so that we don't have to have an issue down the road.
You wanna correct the language to $10,500?
That's the way I said it. I read it 10,500.
You read it correctly.
So when this
we
is,
don't
when the
have to correct
betterment
it.
is ordered, this may actually change a little bit to the downside when the assessor actually does the final betterment, so,
Always can go less, right?
yeah.
Alright, discussion, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Alright, next we're going to convene into executive session. You can take us away.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we convene into executive session under Mass General Law, Chapter 38, Section 21A2, to conduct strategy sessions in preparation for negotiations with non-union personnel, or to conduct collective bargaining sessions or contract negotiations with non-union personnel, and not to convene into public session unless otherwise specified. We will reconvene into open session if required for the board to act on any matter discussed in executive or any action relative thereto.
Second.
Discussion, hearing none, all
Roll
in
call.
favor?
Roll call.
Oh, roll call, vote.
Stephen Sullivan, aye.
Joe Darcy, aye.
Mark Landry, aye.
Gary Siganovich, aye.
Jay Johnson, aye. Thanks, folks.